So welcome to the Node.js Node API team meeting for July 30th, 2021. We'll follow our standard approach at looking at what we have under milestone 11. Before we get started, does anybody have any announcements they'd like to share? If not, I will share the milestone 11 and we can go from there. Okay, so the first thing we have on the list is stale issues. I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom. So I see, Nick, you added one recently. This one, why were the source? This one, it says shows 6 hours ago, 8:55. Right, so these Node API headers. So I guess, Nicola, do you have a summary of where we're at or what we should be doing on this one? If you're talking, you're on mute.
Sorry, I was talking.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I created an issue in Node API headers repo, Node API headers repo, and about the next steps about this repo. So Michael, if you can, no, if you can go on the issues.
This one, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here I linked some issues.
Okay.
And that pushed us to create Node API headers. And in these issues, you can find some use cases about Node API headers. And okay, my idea is to continue to improve documentation. Adding the API that provide Node API headers, and documenting the use cases, and then push these on NPM. If you agree with these steps, I don't know. So it's my proposal.
That makes sense to me. I was just wondering if we're up to date as well. Like if we look at the
yeah, we have yeah, it's at the version 8 of Node API. So it's the last version of the Node API, and yeah, we need some way. Yeah. Sorry, Michael. We have Gabriel on.
Oh, thanks. Okay. I will find participants. Where is participants? There we go. Okay. I'm wondering, like, is there any reason, like, adding the doc definitely makes sense, but if we published it as is there any reason why it wouldn't be useful?
If you go on the issue and I linked the first issue that I linked, calling an API function from InGW.
Yeah.
So here there is a discussion where I used node app headers, and I imported it from GitHub. But in my opinion, it could be nice have on npm. If you go on my example or my workaround that I proposed. Yeah, here.
Right here. Okay. Yeah.
So, for example, okay, it's the hello world example.
Yep.
And then, you can go. Here I used node API headers, but in my package JSON, I added it from GitHub.
Right.
And essentially, I'm creating stub for Node API because you need it on Windows, and then you can compile your native add-on. So essentially, you could compile or build native add-on without have Node.js installed.
Right.
So I'm working on this other stuff, but if you have these Node app headers, you can do this. Only with a tool. No, if you export your build tool like an executable, you can avoid to have Node installed, and you can build the native add-on. It's a consequence of
right. I wasn't asking if it was useful. I was thinking like it was more like would it be useful to publish in its current form, and then like once you've updated the documentation, republish.
Oh, okay. So I am. It's poor documented, in my opinion.
Right. So I agree. Documenting it, I guess it's like if you think you're going to document it soon, then might as well document and publish. But I'm like, if that's going to take time, longer amount of time, would it even be useful to just publish so that people can use it?
Yeah. Okay. So I will work in this week, and maybe next week we can deploy. We can release the first version if you agree. I prefer working on the documentation this week.
Okay, that sounds
and
good.
Then provide some basic information. Do first release and then iterate over if it's good for you.
Certainly for me. Anybody else have any thoughts or concerns or? Because I think it'd be useful to be able to build without having to have Node, and like we did the repo, but having it as an npm, I can see making it easier for sure. So
yeah,
totally makes sense. Okay, anything more you want to discuss on that one?
No.
So maybe, like, I guess in terms of being this stale one, do we need to, like, is it okay to close out that issue, or you want to wait until it's published?
My opinion is that we can close because now we have the repository that they requested, And yeah, in 1 week, we will have the it on npm, so it's good.
Okay. Landed, so closing this out. Does that seem like a reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to, if I can get back to, right, so here we can do the, okay, great. So 8:05. So I think this one was added. Okay, so I guess Legendicast, you mentioned you were interested in taking this up. Okay, well, this is just looking for how long ago this is. Right, we discussed this last time. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I mean, I just don't have time to take a look on this. Kevin said that we will be able to take a look on it.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, it looks like there's discussion going on, so we'll leave that one. This one, 965. Oops, that's not the right one. This is 965, okay. Right, this one. Okay, so we're still waiting on feedback from that one. And this one. This one, Kevin mentioned, you know, despite not being able to make it today, he's been doing some progress, made some progress on this one. So it sounds like we just need to see kind of what React Native Hermes is doing. And so maybe I wonder if I just even, I'm wondering if we know Victor's GitHub handle. Am I getting his name right? Nope. Let's see. How else can I search to find that? No, was there an issue here? How about, what did we call this one? We called this node API test or something.
Maybe JS native API test.
Ah, right. Yeah, okay, that sounds right. Yep. Ah. All right, let's just see if we got, there we go. Thanks, that definitely worked. Okay, sorry, now I'm trying to find the right.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
The
This
third
one, right?
tab.
Third tab, okay. Ah, right, yes, okay, thank you. Okay, it just does not want to. There we go.
I think if it's valid, it won't autocomplete because he's not involved in the issue, but it'll still work.
Yeah, this should still work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do that. I know Kevin was going to continue to take a look too, but so I don't think there's anything to be done on that. So I think we've covered all of our stale issues. In terms of tracking issues, I don't think I've seen any new ones. We take a quick look at NPM. I don't think there's been a massive change. No, add-on. Yeah, I guess we're sort of just trickling around, sort of. There's been no major ones that have joined or dropped, it kind of looks like. So still a substantial amount. Okay, but nothing new there. I haven't done anything to enable debug testing. In terms of our, this up. In terms of the work on the testing side, I guess, Jack, anything that you need help on or blocked on or want to discuss on that front?
Nothing at the moment, but just wrapping up my tests added for like the function references. And I think I was also looking over the GitHub issues that I posted for the testings. I think I've covered like the most of the classes so far, but there's probably like a few things I'm missing here and there. So if you guys can like take a look at those GitHub issues and like point out anything, that'd be great. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay. Deepak, I know you were working. We talked a bit about improving the ability to run like individual tests and stuff. Is there something you'd want to discuss this week on that front?
Yes, Michael. Yeah, I have like a kind of a prototype that a PR prototype that I sent to Kevin yesterday night. I can walk you through when we have time.
How long do you think that would take?
No, just a couple of minutes. The PR is already there, so I just need a couple of minutes to just show where I'm going with it. Maybe if you think that there is something that I have to change or think outside the box, you can let me know.
I was just wondering whether we should do it this time, or do you think maybe waiting till next week when Kevin's here? Oh yeah, would be better.
Maybe that is better. Gabriel is here, but yeah, let's probably wait for Kevin.
Okay, so we'll plan to put that on the agenda for next week then.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So if there's nothing else on those two fronts, we can take a look at the issues raised by like the issues in the two repos. So let's look at node add-on. I don't know if there's any ones in particular that people want to call out. So this is your work in progress PR that we'll get the demo next time, right?
Yes, yes, Michael, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay. This one, function call, nappy override. I don't know if anybody's taken a look at this yet. I think it's basically adding an additional override so that you can call. Or if anybody has any thoughts on that, does that make sense in general, the concept? Any concerns? That seems to me to be useful if it's.
We have to be careful about performance though, because we already have a lot of overhead in calling functions.
Does this add an extra level of indirection for some?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah,
just
okay.
Wanted to throw that out there so we remember. Yep.
So maybe what I'll say is I'll make a comment here as like note from the discussion in the Node API team meeting today should validate the does not add any performance overhead to the existing cases, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we can take a look at that through GitHub. This one, I think I've seen some back and forth, and Kevin has been sort of commenting on that, but I think we should probably discuss when we have Kevin next week. So I say let's leave that unless people have thoughts. This one, I think I'd commented that I was going to go ahead and merge it, Gabriel, unless you had any other concerns or wanted more time to look at it, or.
Oh yeah, I don't think I had a chance to review it.
I mean, I think Legendikas had addressed all your existing ones, so.
Okay, that sounds good.
You can always,
Yeah, I don't think there was much.
Yeah.
It was. I think it was mostly just like just copy editing.
Okay. So yeah, unless you have any concerns, I'll go ahead and land it.
Okay.
Okay. And then I don't think there's anything else there I'd sort of call out. Let's look at Node. Okay, well, this is the example. Okay, well, that's fair enough. If the example doesn't work, then we should fix that up. Take a look at that later on. This one I think we've talked about over time, right? So I don't see anything too. I guess this one, I was just wondering if you remembered off the top of your head. There was another issue that mentioned like doing some work in a tight loop. I don't know if that rings a bell, Gabriel, or.
Yes, I remember. Yeah, I remember it being. It's a specific issue. Oh boy. I just remember that we have this like set immediate, right? So if you synchronously create 10,000 objects, you don't really get a chance to recycle at least you don't get a chance to call all the 10,000 callbacks because they are all set immediate, and so they just get queued, right? And then when the stack finally unwinds, they start to clean up. I think the garbage collector does the job properly because it probably cleans up the references on the JavaScript engine side, but because we use this set immediate, I don't think we clean them up on the Node API side. So that's what I remember about this.
Right. Okay. So what should we say on this? Like, I'm not,
Yeah, I remember like Anna commented at some point about this. So I mean, the thing is that with the garbage collection, there's never any guarantee that it's actually going to happen. I think that's like sort of the standard response to garbage collecting things in a tight loop. So maybe we can throw that out there.
Right. So this one,
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think Brooklyn already mentioned that. Oh no, I'm sorry. You wrote that to him or them.
Right. Right. So we confirmed that this is expected behavior.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll comment on that and we'll just see if there's any response. This one I think Nicole already mentioned, right?
Yep.
And I don't think any of those ones are new. Let's look at the PRs.
This inheritance thing comes up occasionally, and there's really nothing we can do until we have support from the engine.
This one we discussed last time, and yeah, thanks for proving if I can get it to 6 failing checks. So let's see what the heck is. Gonna have to figure out if those are actually.
Recently, the CI is failing for various reasons. There are
Okay.
pending flaky tests. So.
Okay, so that looks like the one you're. No.
Oh, that looks like infrastructure failure.
Right. Okay.
So maybe you can just resume it.
Yeah, let's see. Let's take a look at one other.
Oh wait, oh, linter was green.
Yeah, the linter's definitely been pummel test crypto. Okay, well, yeah, let me try resuming that. This was my second attempt. Because there were some other things, but I will start to, come on. Nope. Okay. And it should just tag that, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, there's that one. Wait a second, I gotta go back to, no. That's not it. Too many windows open. Okay, I guess I need to go back to. No. If I go back here, right? Okay. Okay, so there's that one. Thanks for the suggestions. That worked actually pretty well enough that like actually it would actually crash without being in debug mode, which is good. So yeah, thanks for the suggestions in the last meeting and in GitHub. Yeah, I got rid of that. I don't think there's anything else I'd call out. Anything else other people would call out that we should talk about this time? If not, I think we're at the end of our agenda. Is there anything else we should talk about before closing out? Guess not. Well, thanks for everybody's time, and we will see you in GitHub and next week.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.